Hi and welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. This is Michelle from Country Morning Creations, and I am beyond excited to share this little project with you. I'm calling this a Victorian Ladies Desk Journal. I know that's kind of a lot of stuff, but I've kind of come up with this idea for what I'm calling desk journals. They're kind of like a folio, but have storage compartments. So it's smaller to travel with. It holds basically a traveler's notebook size journal, which you can see here. And to me, this was what I needed to work with my monthly journals. So if you followed me for any time, or if you're not sure what I'm talking about, check some of my other videos. I've talked a lot about monthly journaling, and so for me, monthly journaling is how I can wrap my brain around something. And when I started the monthly journaling, I wanted to be able to create a beautiful cover and then just change out the signatures, and that's where I came up with the idea of monthly journaling. So you can go back to some of my other videos and check those out. So this is a kit, and this will all be available in my Etsy shop. Let's get into it, and I'll show you what all is included. First of all, I made it's hardcover, and this is made out of hardboard. The reason I switched to the hardboard, the original folio I made for my monthly journals was actually made out of cardboard, and I recently went to Texas from Colorado. My luggage sat on the tarmac in a heavy downpour, so by the time I got home, that folio was completely ruined. I wanted something that was more durable, so for this, I used a hardboard. I did not do a rounded spine on this. Oops, there's some stuff stuck to it, but it comes right off. Anyway, I did a flat spine on this. I really felt that it helped hold things better, and you'll see a little bit more about how that was done. This has two Tim Holtz corner protectors, and then this is a beautiful Tim Holtz label, and then this is just some coffee dyed paper that's inside there. So I've left this blank so that whoever gets this can write whatever they want in there. And oh wow, this is really dirty, sorry. Well, I will get this all cleaned up before I give it back to you, but what I wanted to show you is this is a gorgeous faux suede. It is so soft and feels absolutely fabulous. So if you like to pet things, this is perfect for you. Anyway, let's go inside and I'll show you what I've done that makes this a little bit unique from other traveling folio type things that are out there. So when you open it up, I just have a pocket here, and with each journal, I have created a scrap sampler and a tag. So the tag goes in the front, and you can use that however or wherever you want. And then inside this has been stapled here, so you can just tear out whatever you want, and it's a variety of papers and pages that go inside of it. And then this just tucks together. So you could theoretically even use some of this. This is all Tim Holtz cardstock. The covers for my, oops, sorry about that. The covers for my journals are also the Tim Holtz cardstock. I'm thinking these are from the, what is it? The memorandum one. So for this one, I used coordinating papers from that memorandum, and I'll get into this in a minute. This is probably the thing I'm the most excited about. So as you can see, it will come with one monthly journal. So it has 48 pages in it for about 1 month, and then I left this blank so you could write your month in it. And this says, "To thine own self be true." This is from Nick the Booksmith. This is also from Nick the Booksmith. And then this is simply tied in. So you can actually take this out. When I use my monthly journal, I actually leave it in the folio. But for this purpose, I'm going to show you, this is a basic monthly journal like what I make, and if you want to make your own to refill this with later on, I have a tutorial on how to make these. They're basically pretty simple. So there's nothing in the front or the back. There are no pockets. There's no ephemera. I kept these really plain and simple because they're predominantly for writing. I have used Hammermill acid-free paper that I have coffee dyed and acid neutralized with baking soda. Hang on, I need a drink. I don't know about where you are, but in Colorado, the allergies are horrible. I also live on a farm, and they've been baling hay and alfalfa, so there's lots of junk in the air. So what I've done is I've also used some printables. This is also from Nick the Booksmith, but I've left flips, so now you actually have more room to write. And you can write all over all of these pages as well. But in true junk journal style, there's some Edith Holden in here. This, I did a little bit of sewing. You can, of course, trim the threads. And this, again, is also a Nick the Booksmith washi tape, but it's a flip, so there's more writing that can be done there. And, again, more coffee dyed paper. This is a flip as well. You can decorate this page. You can write all over it however you want to use each of these pages. So I did include some of these botanical prints. I thought that would be really pretty and kind of made it a botanical theme for this to go with the blue flowers that I see everywhere. This is a really cool page. This is actually from a late 1800s book. It was a government report. So I love using pages from that. And look at that color. They are just a gorgeous color. In the center, I did a 5-hole pamphlet stitch and then left the strings long on the inside. Again, another flip. And you can see I did some machine sewing with alternating between a straight stitch and a zigzag. That's that botanist book. And then, I love this. I wanted more blue flowers to go with all the blue in this. So the predominant colors are that brown and blue, which is one of my favorite combinations. Some more of that Edith Holden. And another flip. And that's the end of that. So this just ties right back in to this. Now, one of the times I tried to make one of these, I tried to make it so you tied it in the middle here. What I found was it actually will not stay in very well if you tie it there. So you have to either tie it at the top or the bottom. I chose the top. So now once you tie it in there, it is tied very securely and you don't have to worry about your journal falling out. Now, to go to the back of this book, what I've done is created a storage compartment in the back. I wanted a place where I could store pens, and so I created a storage compartment that has a pen holder, but it's got lots of other pockets. And for this, I've filled it with all kinds of just little goodies that you can use in your journals. I'm including this pen. These are G2s, and these are my absolute favorite pens to write with. They write smoothly, they don't bleed through no matter what I write on, even tracing paper, it won't bleed through. So these are my absolute favorite pens. So it includes a blue floral pen in the kit, and it stores here. But this, you could put paintbrushes, you could put colored markers, you could put colored pencils in here. So whatever you want to store in here, you could store in here. I've thrown a lot of other handmade goodies in here. These are envelopes that are from Nick the Booksmith, and I went ahead and threw some of those in. These are using the Tim Holtz Sizzix as well as the Tim Holtz wallpaper. This is also Tim Holtz. I cut these out and then hand dyed these with different distress oxides. Then I threw a couple of small tags in here, and then this is extra pieces of paper that was cut off from those flips that I sewed in here. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. I've thrown in some lace, some other Tim Holtz pieces. These are little hearts. These are I actually have a tutorial on how I make these little flowers. Then there's lots of other little just flowers. There's some Tim Holtz metal pieces in here. There's a clock. These are adorable. These are actually little miniature playing cards. I don't know if you can see that, but it's an ace of spades, and so I threw some of those in there. They were blue on the back, so I thought those went really cute with that. So now you've got things to do some collaging with as well. And then I decided that not only did I want one, but I thought it would be a good idea to give you 2 handmade journals. So this is the second journal that will also come with this kit. It will come just wrapped in this seam binding, coffee dyed seam binding. It also comes with a tag and a scrap sampler. This one has different papers in it. So it has bits of book pages and different things in here as well. So that is this scrap sampler, and it all matches. It's all the same Tim Holtz. You can see that I got really coordinated here, and it's all the same Tim Holtz paper. This one has the same tag. It's blank, so that it can be, you can write whatever month you're using it for. This one also says embrace the journey. So again, a Tim Holtz paper. Same thing, this is pretty much going to be very similar, same pages as the other journal, so I will just go through this pretty quickly. It is the Hammer Mill acid-free paper with the acid-free coffee, or acid-neutralized coffee dye. And this one has different botanical pictures in it, but otherwise it's pretty much the same thing. Again, this is a page. This one's from this part was from the Division of the Forestry, but it's that old book, so it's well over 100 years old. It does have the sewing and the flips, which I love sewing and flips. There's the graph paper, or not graph paper, this is like accounting paper. And then this is another flip with some beautiful flowers. Again, some more Edith Holden, and wait till you see the other side of this Edith Holden. I thought this was just gorgeous, so I put it in here. Another flip. This is the center. Again, the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. But look at this bird. Isn't that gorgeous? I just thought that was a gorgeous illustration, so I included that in here. Some more flips with the Nick the Booksmith floral washi, but I printed the washi. Instead of printing it on sticker paper, I actually printed it out on coffee dyed paper and then sewed it onto the regular paper. So lots of space for writing, lots of flips to extend where you can write, and definitely plenty of room to record both your memories and plans. And for example, this first page on mine always are my goals for the month, however you want to use these. And what I love is when these get full, you don't just store the whole book. You just make a new one and put it in here. I will send, whoever buys this will also get the link to how to make this, and I will give you the dimensions specifically for this book, because these are, I leave mine, a typical traveler's notebook is 8 1/4 inches tall. I hate cutting that 1/4 of an inch off the top, so mine are 8 1/2 inches tall by 4 1/4 wide. So they're very easy to make. You just literally make your paper into a square. So this is what you will get in this whole kit. I am, like I said, just excited beyond all get out for this kit, because I just think this is gorgeous. There's so many ways you can use it. You can take it when you travel. Personally, I journal in the morning, and I love to curl up in a big comfy chair. And for me, this is great because then I have everything in my lap. So it makes a great way to use it as a lap desk, or you can use this on a regular desk. You can take the journal out, you can leave it in. However you want to use this, I just think it's a great idea. So to me, I wanted to make this. I am excited because I think it turned out far more gorgeous than I ever thought it would be. And yes, I'm boasting on what I think I made, but I thought this was gorgeous. So I hope that you enjoyed looking through this. I hope I have inspired you to be creative today.